Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. So, on this snowy eve...
A snowy eve.
Did you do the crossword?
I did.
And were you snowed by it?
Kind of.
Really?
It caught me off guard. Because there were rebuses.
Yes.
And it was a Wednesday.
Yes, indeed.
You don't see too many rebuses on a Wednesday.
I thought my calendar was broken.
Oh, really?
I thought it's Thursday and somehow I've missed a day, but...
Oh, I hope not. But yes, it was a tricky one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
By the way, I like how you said it caught you off guard, and this crossword was by Robert S. Gard.
Yes, I was just looking at his name, but that is not why I said that.
Okay.
But I was thinking, now we have Erica
Gard yesterday, and Robert S. Gard.
Yes.
I'm predicting that tomorrow it's going to be by Sarah on guard. No, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. Or William Garden. So, who knows? But anyway, yes, it was by Robert S. Gard, and it had rebuses. Mm-hmm. Although they were not tough rebuses.
They were all one rebus.
Yes, they were all the same
which helped.
Rebus. Yes. But some of them were, there were two rebuses and one clue, so that was tricky. But let us talk about these rebuses. The rebuses, there were 6 of them, and the what you had to put in the rebus was the word ray, R-A-Y, and the revealer for all of these rebuses was 64 across, which was downsizer, or a hint to the 6 squares in this puzzle. And the answer to that was shrink ray, which I also thought was a great answer. And yes. I thought, is that a debut? I've never seen shrink ray, I don't think. But yes, in science fiction, the old shrink ray would make things smaller, and that's what you had to do to solve this puzzle by creating rebuses throughout it with the word array in it. Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'd like to interject. Shrink ray is not a debut. It is the second time it has appeared.
Oh.
It first appeared in 2015, clued as miniaturizing device in Fantastic Voyage.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of, the old shrink ray.
Yep.
So anyway, the first place where you saw these rebuses, and it was a twofer one, was 17 across. Coloring implement since 1903. I love that clue. Mm-hmm. Coloring implement since 1903, and the answer was Crayola crayon. So there were 2 rays there, and the down clues also had the 3 letters R-A-Y in them as well. 2 down was a reef predator with extendable. Oh, I just lost it. Extendable pharyngeal jaws, and that was moray eel. And then 6 down was artificial bronze. I thought that was a funny clue too. Spray tan was the answer for that. So that took care of 2 of them. Then we had 35 across, firm representations, and that was portrayals. And the down clue was 10 down, makeshift shield during a food fight, and that was a lunch tray. And that is where I figured out what the rebus was, or what was going on, because I knew the answer to that. And then 47 across was another twofer, totally bonkers, cray.
Yes.
And that half the answer was made up of rebuses, which is kind of unusual.
That was a great answer.
Yeah, cray. I gotta work that into my vocabulary somehow.
You got to be careful though when you start using slang.
I know.
You'll sound like sort of someone from another country who's sort of like testing out English.
And I'd have to find someone that I would want to describe as cray, and I don't know. There's not a lot of people in my circle of friends that I could say that about.
Well, you could just sort of say that, something, well, that's just cray.
I suppose.
But it doesn't sound right. It sounds forced.
No, I've heard it like in the movies and stuff.
Right.
CRACRA. The down clues for those were 38 down was a potential rescue pet, and that was stray. And then 44 down, they're open to interpretation, gray areas. That too was a great clue.
Yep.
And again, I don't ever remember seeing gray areas, but maybe that was a debut. And then finally we had 50 across, which was big name in sunglasses, which of course was a Ray-Ban. And then 46 down across with that, and that was hee-haws. And the answer to that was brays.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the theme, and it was very unique for a Wednesday.
Yes. Mm-hmm. By the way, in fulfilling my role as fact checker / answer looker upper, I'd like to point out that gray areas has appeared a total of 3 times.
3 times.
First in 2019, clued as ill-defined situations, and then in 2020, ill-defined situations as seen 4 times in this puzzle.
Ooh.
That almost sounds like a rebus.
Yeah.
That was from 2020. And then...
so it's been 24 years.
No, 2020.
Oh, 2020. I thought it was 2000.
It first appeared in 2019. It's only been used about 5 years. It's been in the puzzle. So, I mean, not 5 continuous years, but you know what I mean.
Very good. Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, you can kind of get the idea that there were a lot of interesting and fun clues in here.
Right.
I think that Mr. Guard must have a very keen sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it took me a while to get started because of those rebuses. You can sometimes, in the back of your mind, you can sometimes sort of sense when things are just not working. This didn't fit. This didn't fit. Nothing's fitting. Mm-hmm. And then, listeners, you should ask yourself, perhaps there is a rebus lurking about in the grid. And even though they typically appear on Thursdays mainly.
Thursdays mostly, sometimes on Sundays.
Sometimes on Sundays, but occasionally they'll wander about through other days of the week just to keep people on their toes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But there is a population of people who are adverse to rebuses. They break out in hives whenever there's a rebus in the area.
Well, they are not my favorite, but I have grown to, spot them, I think, a little more.
But nothing.
Readily, and so now they're not so bad for me.
But when you think about that delivery of that aha moment, I think even if you get an answer, you feel, ooh, I got that answer. But if you get a rebus, it's just like you've discovered a whole new world. Yeah. It's a rebus, right? So it's sort of magnified. So I like that for that reason.
I see. Okay.
Although in this particular case, I don't recall where I spotted it. Mm-hmm. It might have been around portrayals. Oh. Although I was sort of, sometimes when there's a rebus about and I can't quite make things work, I start inventing things. Like I was thinking 35 across was somehow going to be portraits. I don't know why, and it wouldn't have worked anyways. But no. and then for what turned out to be spray tan, I had the SP and then blank and the TAN. I thought it's going to be Spartan somehow.
Yeah, I thought about that, but it's like that's not artificial bronze.
No,
so,
but I mean,
but it looked like Spartan, yes, right? But it wouldn't fit.
Nope. Mm-hmm. You would have needed a rebus. Oh wait. Right. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I noticed we had 23 across. Deep fried Japanese fare was tempura.
Right.
Isn't there a type of coloring called tempura?
Tempera.
Tempera
paints.
Okay, because I was going to make a really witty remark about CRAYOLACRAYON and tempura being right next to each other. But obviously, if there's crayons and some sort of deep-fried Japanese fare next to each other, that's not really as impressive. No. It's just weird.
No, so, if you saw those two words in the connections puzzle, you wouldn't put them together.
But you said it's tempera for
tempura, but tempera, TEMPRA, I believe it is.
Okay.
Tempera paints, yes.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what else do we have here? We had the 25 across, I appreciated. Comic strip with a collection titled Shoes, Chocolate for the Feet. Kathy.
Good old Kathy.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kathy in a while.
That's a good comic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I always enjoyed that. Mm-hmm.
We had 5 across, Capital City, with the Holmenkollen Ski Museum, home to the world's largest collection of skis. That was Oslo.
Yes. Yes, I figured that pretty quickly.
Right.
But then there was also 37 down, school that's home to the Warner Brothers Archives, and that was USC. I thought, oh, that would be interesting to see, the Warner Brothers Archives.
I bet. And that's what, the University of Southern California?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
A movie studio would give their archives to a school in California.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what to make of 51 down Spanish Harlem, e.g. Barrio.
Yes.
But I know now.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And let's see.
I like 53 down. Goal of self-improvement, perhaps. New you.
Right.
New you.
Yep, that was good. And they had a helpful warning. It's 27 across. You should open this on a personal device. Heads up. NSFW.
Right.
I thought that was an interesting clue.
Right.
And I wonder if that's a debut.
I don't know.
It is not. NSFW has shown up 32 times.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty common. It first showed up in 2014.
Yeah.
Office inappropriate in web shorthand.
Relatively new slang there.
Yep.
We didn't have Spartan, but 49 down, we had Athens' rival in the Peloponnesian War, and that was Sparta.
Oh, you are right. Well spotted.
Thank you.
We had 56 across. Move to the beat was pulsate.
Yes.
I thought that was sort of a fun word.
Yep.
And I had no trouble with 59 across. Montmartre, I can't even pronounce it. Sweetheart, Cherie.
Cherie, yes.
And 59 down, declining industry of Appalachia was coal. I wonder if that's going to stay like that or if it's going to make a comeback. Coal. It's what you need.
I don't know.
All right.
Another one that was kind of interesting. 22 down. Got steamed. Saw red.
I had a lot of trouble with that one. Because I didn't have NSFW and it just didn't look right somehow. But I wonder if that's a debut.
Saw red, was it?
Oh, it was not a debut. Saw red has appeared 9 times. First in 1996.
So not too common.
No.
So, well, nice job, Robert.
Yes, indeed. All right. I think that's it for today then. So thanks everyone for listening. We will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow, aka Thursday's crossword tomorrow.
And there probably won't be a rebus.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because they do a rebus twice in a row.
I can't.
Lightning sometimes strikes twice. So.
Well, that's true.
We'll find out, and we'll be here to report on that tomorrow.
Bye-bye.